And hello and welcome to a Drew yoga lesson. This one is all about letting go, so it could be about letting go of any tension, any negative emotions that you've got, if you're dwelling on anything that was in the past that we can't change obviously. It's about letting go of that and living in the here and now. So we're going to start with some activations. I'm going to do part 1 of Energy Block Release 2, which is called Be Here Now. We're going to do a lovely posture called the Charity Posture, which is really good for balancing all your emotions, cultivating positive self-esteem. We're going to do a new breath, little short sequence called the Drew Star breath, and then we're going to end with a lovely relaxation. So you might want some water nearby. For somebody, perhaps later, you might need a scarf or a belt handy. And for the activations, you might want to put your own music on in the background. So first of all, feet in Tadasana, pelvis in a good position for you, not sticking out, not tucked under too much. And then very gently, we just want to start shaking our hands out. Keep them nice and loose, shake them out to about shoulder height, up above your head, in front, back down to the earth. Give yourself some really good shrugs, get rid of things, excellent. And then I want you to take your weight on your left leg by putting your right foot just a little bit in front of you, and then lift that right foot up and just do some gentle rotations of that ankle, and then change direction. You might feel lots of clinks and clunks, and then shake that foot, get it all loose, shake it out to the side, everything's wobbling, and then gently, just to get that hip moving, swing your leg backwards and forwards, and try it with a straighter leg without hurting your toes or your heels. Brilliant. And then take your knee up in front, out to the side, and a kick out. So 2 more, up, out, and a kick, 1 more. Excellent. And a bit of a shuggle, and we'll do all that on the left. So take your left foot in front just a little bit, get those quads engaged on your right leg, and we're rotating that ankle in one direction, and then change direction, and then shake it, shake your toes nice and loose, shake it out to the side, and then gently swing that leg backwards and forwards. Wonderful. And then take your knee up, out to the side, bit of a kick, 2 more, up, out, kick it out, last one. Brilliant. And then just a little bit of a jiggle. And we're going to just do some gentle movement to free up our shoulders, which can very often get tense. So 2 versions of this. So first of all, I just want you to take your chin down to the floor. Just let gravity take the weight of your head. Relax your shoulders. And then just gently take your chin towards your right shoulder. And you should feel a stretch along the left side of your neck. And just breathe. Enjoy that stretch. And then head back to the centre, head up, and we'll do all that on the other side. So take your chin down towards your chest, relaxing your shoulders, gently take your chin to your left shoulder, and breathe. Keep breathing, and then return it back to the centre, lift your chin up. And then I want you to drop your right ear to your right shoulder, not shoulder up to ear, and it might not move very much. And then same movement with your chin, just rotate your chin so it's going towards your right shoulder, and you should feel a deeper stretch on the muscles on the left hand side. If it's hurting, just bring your neck back to centre. If you're enjoying it, stay there and breathe. Wonderful. And then slowly drop your chin. And then lift your head up, and then lift ear to left shoulder, and then very slowly chin towards your left shoulder. Relaxing your shoulders, enjoying that stretch. Breathe in, chin down, head up. Wonderful. Slight bend in your knees. We'll just do a few little shoulder circles. Just nice and slow, just get your shoulders moving, get your hips moving, get your pelvis moving, and that brilliant spine, and then gradually just make those movements bigger and let your arms just join in a little bit. Hope you've got some good music that you're listening to. And then gradually let your elbows come up, let that movement in your hips get bigger, and then take your arms back as if you're doing back crawl, beautiful clear blue water, and then just pause that and let's do some shoulder scoops, just small ones coming forward. Doesn't quite feel as natural, keep going, and then let your arms join in, let your elbows join in. Yeah, you know what's coming now. We're doing front crawl, but we don't have to worry about breathing. Excellent. Just a couple more. Last one. And then just shake your arms. And then hands on your hips. Take your feet a little bit wider, like shoulder width, and then just do some circles. Let that pelvis move, let that back enjoy that stretch, and then change direction. Wonderful. We're going to be doing some beautiful spinal twists in our energy block release in a few minutes. And then just bring your feet closer in, sink down and just do some small pelvic circles. Feeling the muscles in your back. You'll be working your pelvic floor. Change direction. And then we're just going to do some movements where just stand in the middle of your mat. I'm coming side on to show you. So we're going to step forward and back and forward and back. This time forward, raise arms up, plant your foot, raise arms up. So I've got one foot planted firmly on the floor, just lifting my heel, lifting my toes, enjoying that stretch across the sternum. Arms wide, like this. Excellent. Couple more. And then just slow that down. And then stop. And then change your lead leg. So forwards and back. Forwards and back. And then bring your arms in. So forwards, stretch up, plant your foot and stretch. And stretch. Plant and stretch. And stretch. One more forwards and backwards. Wonderful. Okay, feet hip width apart. We're going to have a beautiful ball of light and we're just going to draw some infinity signs just around our waist. Move it up gently to the heart centre, and then I want you to choose, let your body choose where you want this ball of light to go. You may want to go to the sides. And adjust your knees, keep yourself comfortable. You may want to draw it on the ceiling. Nice big figures of 8, infinity signs. You may want to bend your knees quite deeply and draw them on the floor. Swaying from side to side. So you choose whatever you want to do just for a moment or two, and just breathe in a way that feels just right for you. And just slow that down. Bring your feet in, slow it down, make them smaller, and then just hold that in front of your heart. You may feel a little bit of warmth, a bit of energy, a bit of prana there. And I want you to just put your right hand on your chest, your left hand on top, and seal that in. I'm going to add to that feeling a little while later. Just going to have a drink, so you need to get refreshments, not gin and tonic yet though. I'm going to move in to our sequence, Energy Block Release 2, Be Here Now. So it's a beautiful flowing sequence, our movements with our breath, unblocking any stuck energy in our physical body, but also in our emotional and mental body, making you feel settled. So if you are feeling a little bit anxious, this is a really good sequence to do. Before we do anything in it though, I'm just going to do 2 little demonstrations of things we're going to do in this sequence. The first one is called Utkatasana, which is chair of the heart. And you choose where your hands go. So your hands might start in front of your heart and just come up as high as your forehead. Or you may choose, if you've not got blood pressure problems or shoulder problems, your hands start here and move further up. And we're going to do this like a pump. So as our hands come up, we're bending our knees. As we straighten our knees, our hands come to our starting point. So bend and pull our arms in. If I show you from the side, I'll take my hands higher up. So hands up, knees bend, hands down, knees straighten. And I'm not sticking my bottom out too much, it's as if I'm just sinking down. So that's called the chair of the heart, Utkatasana. The next one is a standing cat. So if you have your feet about hip width apart and your hands wherever is comfortable for you on your thighs. For me it's usually just above my knees. And we'll do this very gently when we start it in the sequence, but if you just get in your comfortable position and then just lift your tailbone up a little bit, as if you're going to try and sit on the wall behind you, and then drop your tail back down to neutral. So breathe in, lift your tail up, your back will want to dip and your head will want to come up, and then just drop your tail a little. And we'll do that movement, the standing cat, but bending into it a little bit deeper each time. So we'll come back to those in our sequence. So first of all, we're going to start with the standing meditation. So we are going to be studying Tadasana. So feet are hip width if that's comfortable for you. Ideally feet parallel, again if that's comfortable for you in your knees. And your pelvis is in a nice neutral position for you where you don't feel you're sticking it out, you don't feel as if you're slumped over. And your shoulders are up, back and down, and your chin is parallel with the floor. And hands facing forwards. So just breathe in nice and gently. Nice deep in breath. And an out breath through your nose. So breathing in and out through your nose. Now I want you to imagine that you can breathe in through the soles of your feet. So on the next in-breath, you're breathing up through your mat, through the soles of your feet, and you're stopping at the heart centre. Breathe into your heart. Then when you breathe out from your heart, through the top of your head, into the sky, the heavens, the universe. Breathe out. And then breathe in from the sky into your heart. And then breathe out from your heart to the soles of your feet into the earth. And that's one round of breath. So let's do that again. Breathe in through the soles of your feet to your heart. And breathe out from your heart through your head into the heavens. So breathing in from the heavens into your heart. And breathe out into the earth. I want you to do one more round of that at your own pace. And if these words work for you, hang on to them. If they don't, let them wash over you. So with the earth below me and the sky above me, I am here, I am safe. So when you finish that last round of breathing, we're going to move into the next movement, which is the breath of Arjuna, where we're going to alternate the hands in front. So I'm taking the hands just crossing in front, and I'm lifting my hands up as if I'm lifting a jumper up, taking them above my head, and then I'm going to let that jumper go. Bend my knees. I'm going to cross my left hand in front, lift that jumper up, and then just let it go. So this is the breath of Arjuna. Keep that movement going, so breathing in and breathe out and let it go. Swap the lead hand, so breathe in and breathe out and let go. So if this works for you, when you lift your jumper, pick something up that you don't need. It could be an emotion, it could be a physical pain. It could be something that you need to do. Pick it up and then drop it, let it go. Pick it up and then let it go to the earth. Pick it up and let it go. Let's just do one more like this. So lead hand swaps over again. Pick that feeling, that emotion, that worry. Pick it up and let it go. Now we're going to do that same movement again, but we're going to do the Brahma Mudra. So I'm curling my fingers in and pointing my index finger out like E.T. Same movement. So crossing my hands in front, breathing in This is the mudra of empowerment. Breathe in, breathe out and let go. Keep that mudra going. So it's the mudra of empowerment or creation. So if you need something in your life to replace that feeling, that emotion, this movement with the mudra will help. So what do you need more of? Peace? Do you need a moment of stillness? Do you need to connect with somebody? Keep that going. And just think about what you want to achieve today. And doing this, we are building up that wonderful heart power that we started stoking up right in the activations. And let's just do one more either side. So nice deep in breath. And out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. And then just let that mudra go. Now we're going to move on to the chair of the heart. So modify it if you've got shoulder pain or high blood pressure. Keep your hands low, heart to head. If you've no shoulder problems or blood pressure problems, you might want to start here. So start in your chosen position. Move your hands up as you bend your knees down. Hands come in, straighten your legs. So breathe in and breathe out. And imagine we're pumping all this wonderful energy into our heart. So breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in, breathing out. We're just sinking into our knees, keeping our knees nice and soft, having our hands where it's comfortable for us. And let's just do one more. More. Wonderful. And then just let your hands come down to your heart. And then just gently unclasp them. If you feel you need to just wiggle them around, if you're a little bit stiff and sore from holding that position, do so. We're going to move into one of my favourite movements, which is the Anahata breath, where we're adding more heart power. And we're still able to let go of something we don't want. So just have your hands facing each other just in front of your heart. And you're going to bend your knees and you're going to push your hands away and then pull them in as you straighten up. And it's a lovely flowing movement. So breathe out and breathe in as you pull your hands in. So breathing out and breathe in. I'll show you from the side. So we're breathing out and breathing in. So if there's something you still need to let go of, let it go. Push it away. Breathe in something you do need. It might just be a feeling of peacefulness. It might be self-love. It might be sending love to somebody else. Let's just do a few more of those. And breathe it out. Breathing in. May all my actions be filled with compassion. And you might want to send this heart power to someone or a situation. Let's just do one more. Excellent. Pull your hands in. Now we're going to do our spinal twist. So I want you to just rotate your right foot 90 degrees, take your left foot back a little bit. So we're facing the left, and I want you to hug a tree, and I want you to move your arms, your head and your body to the right, and then flow to the centre, feet to the front, and then flow to the other side, lifting that back heel up. So flow back to the centre. So breathe in, breathe out as you flow to the right. Breathe in, back to centre. Breathe out. And breathe in, back to centre. One more on each side, and then we'll ramp it up. Breathe in, back to centre. Breathe out. Breathe it in, back to the centre. This time when we do it, when we've twisted, we're going to take our arm onto our shoulder. So it's going to look like this. We're going to flow, arm on shoulder, but keep your elbow up if it's comfortable, and have your opposite hand quite close to that elbow, like this. And then we'll flow back to the centre. So if you want to join in, we'll do it to the right. So let's breathe in, breathe out as you flow, hand on shoulder, breathe out, in, as you come back to the centre. Breathe out as you turn to the left, hand on shoulder, and in, back to the centre, flow round again. So breathing out, hand on shoulder, breathe in, back to the centre, breathe out, and breathe in. And just make sure your spine is nice and upright, keep that movement going, nice and upright. Breathe in, back to the centre. Last one on the left before we change it again. Hand on shoulder, flow back to the centre. This time we're going to have a hand on shoulder and the other arm is going to wrap round our back. And we're going to pause when we're at the back. So if I just stand sideways on for you. So feet are hip width apart, or maybe even shoulder width if that's comfortable. I'm hugging a tree. I'm turning my right foot out, left heel's going back. So I'm going to twist, 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 hand on shoulder, hand behind back, and then I'm pushing into that back foot and I'm standing tall. So every time I breathe in, I'm standing tall. Every time I breathe out, I'm going to try and twist a little bit more, only if it's comfortable. So breathe in, push into that back foot, breathe out and twist a little bit more. And then when I'm ready, bend my knees, unfold and flow back to the centre. So going to the left, so left foot 90, right heel up, holding that tree, flowing, hand on shoulder, hand behind back, push into that back foot. Every time you breathe in, breathe out and twist a little bit more. Breathe in, breathe out, twist a little bit more, only if it's comfortable. And then breathe in and uncurl. Let's do another one of those on each side. Right foot 90, left heel up, hugging our tree, breathing in, then breathing out as we flow, pushing into our back foot, and then breathing in back to the centre, flowing to the left, and pushing into that back foot and twisting a little bit more, and then breathing in back to the centre. That's wonderful. Now we're going to do some arm rotation, so feet are hip width apart. We're going to rotate our palms. So we're going to start with the palms up, then we're going to rotate from shoulder all the way to the ends of our fingers, so we're sort of almost hunching over. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out as we rotate. So we want to breathe in and breathe out. So if you've got blood pressure problems, keep your arms low. If it's alright and you haven't got blood pressure problems and your shoulders are okay, rotate your arms but no higher than shoulder height. And think of letting go of any tension. You're wringing it out. That's wonderful. Brilliant. And then what I want you to do is I want you to just rotate your head and look into your right hand, and then rotate that left arm so it's pointing the opposite way, and then lift your shoulders up and rotate your arms and turn to face your left hand. And try that again. Lift your shoulders, rotate your arms and gradually start to drop your arms down. So shoulders up, let that rotation go through your body. Shoulders up, rotating. Couple more, and if it gets to a point where it's uncomfortable for your head, just keep facing forwards. Last couple. Brilliant. Give yourself a little bit of a shake. This is where we move into the standing cat. So I'm going to have my feet about shoulder width apart, bending in my knees, hands where they're comfortable on my leg, and gently we'll start this. So take your tailbone up and back, and then take it back to neutral. So tailbone up and back, just lift your head a little bit, tail back to neutral. Tailbone up and back, and then look a little bit further forward and get a good dip in your back. And then this time just come past neutral and tuck your tail under a little, and your back will arch and your head will want to come down. So take your tailbone up and back, dip in your back, head wants to come up, drop your tailbone as if you're going to sit down, your back will arch and get your head down. So just do a range of movement that feels really good for you. So tailbone back and then tailbone down. So you want to do it with your breath, breathing in, and as you drop your head, breathe out. So tailbone moves, breathing in, drop that and breathe out. And just do me one more. Tailbone up, breathing in, tailbone out, breathing out. And then just come back to neutral. Then bend deeply into your knees. And let's just have a shuffle. We are going to bend over in a minute. So I want you to do a spinal stretch for me. So have your feet about shoulder width apart, maybe even longer. Back into that standing cat almost. And then I want you to drop your right shoulder and your right elbow down and look to the left. And enjoy that stretch. Come back to the centre. And left shoulder and elbow in. And look to the right. And let's do that again once more on each side. And then back to the centre. Drop that shoulder. And back to the centre. And then what I want you to do for me, I want you to fold your arms, but you're going to be bent over. Bend your knees, just go to a flat back or lower if it's comfortable for you. And then I want you to try to imagine you're going to drop your right elbow in between your feet, but it isn't going to be anywhere near. So right elbow down, back to the centre, left elbow in, back to the centre, right elbow in, back to the centre, left elbow in, and then just let that go. And then we're going to move into a squat. If I come sideways on, okay, so you're going to bend your knees and lift your arms up. We're going to do a half squat first. Touch the floor, straighten your legs a bit, bend your knees, arms up. And if it's okay for you and your hips and your knees, you can move into a full squat. So touching the floor, up onto your toes, raising your arms up, hands down, push your bottom up, and then back down again. Oh, nice squat. When you've balanced, arms up, hands down. Let's just do one more. Tail up, tail down, and arms up. And then touch the earth, push into your feet, and very, very, very slowly uncurl your spine. Uncurl the spine. And then we're going to go back to that standing meditation we did at the beginning. So nice Tadasana, pelvis in neutral, shoulders up, back and down, chin parallel to the floor, hands facing forwards if it's comfortable for you. And I want you to breathe in from the earth. You might want to close your eyes. Breathe in from the earth to your heart. Breathe out from your heart into the heavens. And breathe in from the heavens into your heart and out into the earth. So do me one more round with the earth below me and the sky above me. I am here. I am safe. And when you finish that round, if you just put your hands in the Anjali Mudra, thumbs against your breastbone just to seal all that in. Wonderful. So have the opportunity to have a drink. Straighten your yoga mat. And we're going to do some body preps for the charity posture. So we're going to go onto our hands and knees for the first one. So if your knees need a little bit of extra cushioning, get a blanket or a cushion underneath them. So if you want to just come down onto your mat and We're going to start off almost as if we're in cat. So hands are under our shoulders, knees are under our hips, and I just want you to take your weight forwards just a little, and you'll feel a stretch in your wrist. So take your weight forwards, just lean forwards a little, and then breathe and just hold that if it's comfortable. If it's not, just come back to cat. We're not moving, we're not rocking, we're just getting that stretch. Keep holding it. Brilliant. And then push back. And then if this is comfortable for your hands and your wrists, turn your wrists so your fingers are now pointing towards your knees. And take your weight back. This is a lot stronger, so don't do it if it's hurting at all. Just take your weight back a little bit, and you feel a stretch on the inside of your wrists and up towards your elbows. A stretch, not pain. If it's painful, don't do it. If it is painful, you can kneel, sit, and you can just take your arm out and pull back on your wrists. Okay, do that for about 20 seconds on each hand if those previous postures were too strong for you. Okay, so why are we doing all these preps? Right, we are going to have supple wrists, shoulders, legs, hips, spine. Our organs are going to be massaged. Blood flow is going to be increased to our head, and it will refresh our head and clear our mind. But it will balance our emotions as well and cultivate positive self-esteem. But please don't do this if you've got, you're on the first 3 days of your period, if you're pregnant, if you've got back issues or ankle, hip and knee problems where they are very stiff. Please don't do them. Okay, now I want you to get that strap, and again you can sit, you can kneel, you can stand for this. Get your strap between your hands a good distance, and we're stretching our pectoral muscles in our chest. So just gently pull with the strap just behind your head, a comfortable distance away, till you feel that stretch in these muscles. And again, we're holding it for a total of about 20 seconds. And you'll find your muscles relax after a while. You might be able to just take your arms a little bit further back. Excellent. And then just gently drop it. And then we're going to stretch our hamstrings. We need our trusty old scarf again. So I want you to go onto your backs. And then I want you to hug your knees into your chest. Just to relax that lumbar spine. Right leg in the air with your strap round your foot. And pull on that strap gently as if you were trying to stamp your foot on the ceiling. So get your leg as straight as you can. There are alternatives for the hamstring stretch that you can do standing. I'll show you in a second. And again, you'll find that you'll be able to just pull that leg a little bit further towards your head. Keep your lumbar spine on the floor. Let go of your strap, bend that foot, lift your left leg, strap round your heel, and then straighten that leg and just pull gently on that strap. And keep breathing. And then gently pull it forward a little bit more. Another few seconds. And then just let that go. Wonderful. What I want you to do now, just roll onto one side, and I want you to go back into, we'll leave that. I want us to do a quad stretch next. So you could do this stood up, you could do it holding onto a piece of furniture. We want to stretch these big muscles here. So what we need to do is pick our foot up, get our knees together and feel that stretch. And again, we need to hold that for about 20 seconds. And keep breathing. Keep breathing. And then gradually let that go. And then try it on your other leg. So slide your hand down, grab hold of your foot, get your knees together and feel that stretch. One side of your body might feel easier to stretch than the other. We've all got a dominant side. A little bit longer. Brilliant. And then let that go. Now there's different hand positions for this. One hand position is just, you could just clasp your fingers behind your back. Another hand position is holding your forearms. And a harder position, it depends on the flexibility of your arms and your hands. You could put your hands in prayer position, away from your body, and then turn them up behind your back, up near your shoulder blades. So you have a play around with whichever one's comfortable for you. If I just show you the full position, so I'm standing in Tadasana, I'm engaging my core, and I'm stepping my feet out 2 to 3 hip widths apart. I'm going to rotate on my right foot 90, my left heel about 60, and I'm rotating my hips so they face forwards, if that's good for you. I'm lifting my sternum. Okay, I'm going to be facing that right leg, I'm lifting my sternum, and from the hips I'm bending forwards, I'm bending that knee, and then I'm just going to push into that back foot and just push up. So I'm going to bend forwards from the hips and then push up. And then when we've done that a few times, then we can hold the full posture. So we're going to bend forwards and you can hold it for as long as you feel comfortable. And then when you're ready, push into that back foot, come up, rotate your feet forward, let your hands go, and then counter pose of a forward bend, forward fold, flat back, bending over, whatever's good for you. Okay, and then we'll repeat that on the other side. So if you're ready, after all our warm-ups, stand in the middle of your mat in Tadasana, so this is the charity posture. Engage your core muscles, step your feet out 2 to 3 hip widths. You can play around with that on each side. Then I want you to rotate your foot 90, left heel goes back. Have your hands in the chosen position. So it could be like this, or like this, whichever works for you. So we've got our feet, face that right leg, engage your core, and breathing out, we're going to bend over that right knee, just bend a little bit, and then push into that back foot and roll up. Okay, so breathing in, and I want you to breathe out as you fold forwards. Try and go a little bit deeper, push into your feet and roll up. So facing that right side, we're going to do one more but a little bit deeper, folding forward and then pushing into our feet and breathing in as we come up. I'm going to do the last one where we're going to stay down. So breathe in and breathe out, fold forwards and just stay as low as is comfortable for you. Enjoying that rush of blood to your head, all your organs being massaged, self-confidence improving, and then when you're ready, push into your feet, breathe in, turn your feet forward, let your arms go, let them go down by your sides, and then do a forward bend. And just enjoy that stretch in your back. Let your arms go if you want to, let your head go, and then walk your feet in, and very slowly push into your feet and roll up. And we'll do all of it again on the other side. So chosen hand position, whichever works for you. Feet 2 to 3 hip widths apart, rotating on our left foot, right heel goes around a bit, facing that left leg, breathe in, then breathe out, bend that knee and fold forwards. And just a little bend and then push into that leg and come up. We're breathing out, bend that knee, fold forwards, push into your leg as you breathe in, go a little bit further forward, so breathing out, breathing in, and we're going to stay down on this one. So let's breathe in, breathe out as we move over that knee. And go as low as is comfortable for you. And keep breathing. Keep breathing. And then I want you to breathe in, push into your legs. Let your arms go, rotate your feet, and then flat back, forward bend as a counter posture. You can let your arms go, let your head go. Brilliant. And then walk your feet in, and then push into your feet, and then come up. So that was the charity posture. Hope you enjoyed that. So now we've got time for about a 20-minute relaxation. So if you want to turn any lights off, turn any music off, have a drink, get your warm things on. And you could choose to do this in a chair, lying down on the floor, in a position that's good for you. So what I want you to do is, if you're going onto your back, just hug your knees into your chest. Maybe rock backwards and forwards, rock from side to side. And then just tune into your breath. Feel that maybe cooler in breath over your nostrils and that warmer out breath. I've just remembered we were going to do the Drew Star breath. So I'll tell you what, if it's not too much of a pain, I need you to stand up. See, if I was good at editing, I'd cut that and I'd edit that bit out, but I'm not. Drew Star breath, which will again be good for relaxation. Tried it before bedtime. So if I just show you the movement, so we're going to just stand in Tadasana. Sorry, my mat keeps walking. We're going to stand in Tadasana. And we're going to move our hands to our heart. Then we're going to bend our knees, just move them sideways. If you just want to watch, and then our hands come in. And then I'm going to turn to the right, stretching my arms, back to centre, turn to the left, back to centre, hands up, hands down, hands to the earth, hands to the heart, back to the sky, back to my heart, back to the earth, and back to my heart. And that's the Drew Star breath with alternate breathing. So if you want to have a go, I'll take it a lot slower than that. So feet in Tadasana. This is good for letting go of any tension and settling your body. So let's just have your hands almost in the Anjali Mudra towards your heart. And then just breathe in as you take your arms to the side. And then breathe in, hands back to the heart. And 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to turn to the right. Breathing in, breathing out, back to centre. Breathing in to the left, breathing out, back to centre. Breathing in, hands up to sky. Breathing out, hands to heart. Now breathe in and then breathe out and push to the earth. And breathe in, up to your heart. Breathe out. Breathe in, hands up to the heavens. Breathe out, hands to your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out, push it down. Breathe in and pause. So let's do that again. So hands just in front of your heart, bending your knees. I'm going to breathe in and out, and in and out. Turning to the right, breathing in, breathing out, twisting to the left, breathing in, breathing out, hands up to the sky, breathing in, hands back to the heart, breathing out, breathe in, breathe out to the earth, breathe into your heart, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, push it away, breathe out, breathe in, hands to heart, and hold it. Let's just do one more. So, sorry, I was going to go up to the heavens then. Sorry, so breathing in, hands out, breathing out. Again, breathing in, breathing out, twisting to the right, breathing in, breathe out, breathe into the left, breathe out, breathe in to the sky, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in to the heart, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, and just settle there. So that balances all the elements of the body: earth, air, fire, water and ether within our systems. Gives us a nice boost. Okay, so thank you for bearing with me, sneaking that in there. Now I promise you it is relaxation time. So your chosen position for relaxation, with any warm clothes on that you may need, depending on the temperature of where you are. If you're going on your back, bend your knees in, just relax your lumbar spine. Close your eyes, make sure you're comfortable, make sure your body's in a straight line. So we're going to do our usual 4-part relaxation. And the first part, we are going to be tensing and relaxing the muscles in our body. So what I want you to do for me, I want you to point the toes of your right foot away, pull the toes towards your head, push them away, breathe out and relax that foot. Then I want you to tense the muscles in that right leg. You might do it by pushing your heel away, your toe, clenching your knee, so all the muscles right up to your thigh and that right leg are tense. And then breathe out and let that go. Move over to your left foot and I want you to point the toes of your left foot away from you. Pull your toes towards your head, point your toes away and then relax that left foot. And then what I need you to do is I want you to tense the muscles of that left leg, so your calf, your knee, your thigh, however it works for you. Then breathe out and let that go. I want you to move up now to your abdominal muscles and I want you to breathe in. I want you to clench them as if you're trying to get them to move towards your spine, and clench your pelvic floor, and then breathe out and let those muscles relax and soften. Take your awareness round to your buttock muscles and I want you to clench your buttock muscles so much that you feel like you're lifting off the mat or the surface that you're touching, and then breathe out and let those muscles go. And now I want you to go to your right hand and I want you to stretch your right hand and then clasp it in a tight fist and then stretch that right hand again and then just gradually let that go. And then I want you to just lift that right arm a couple of centimetres from where it is, and I want you to imagine you're rotating a huge doorknob and you're coming backwards and forwards, you can feel that movement right up to your shoulder, and it's really stiff and hard, so you're tensing your muscles, and then all of a sudden it moves and you relax your arm and let it go and let it float back to where it wants to be. So moving over to your left hand, I want you to stretch the fingers of your left hand wide, make a tight fist, stretch them wide, and then let that hand just gently float back to where it wants to go. And now lift the whole arm up from where it is, a couple of centimetres. You're back to that doorknob again, huge doorknob, rotating it backwards and forwards. It's really stiff, it's hard to move. You feel that rotation right up into your left shoulder. Keep rotating, and all of a sudden it moves, it eases. You let go and let your arm float down to where it wants to be. And if it's comfortable where you are, I want you to just shrug your shoulders up to your ears, just hold it for a few seconds, and then gently breathe out, relax, and let that tension go. And I want you to take your awareness to your chest. And next time you breathe in, just try to just clench the muscles of your chest, and then breathe out and let that go. Take your awareness round to your throat and the back of your neck. And when you breathe in, just imagine that all the muscles there are just so soft and warm. They're all relaxed. And take your awareness round to your jaw. And I want you just to open your mouth a little bit. And I want you to imagine you've got the chewiest toffee ever, and you're chewing and you're chewing and you're chewing, and then it gets stuck in your throat. You're just swallowing it down. You're screwing up your face, screw your eyes, wrinkle your forehead. And then all of a sudden it disappears and your face relaxes. And if it's comfortable for where you are, just turn your head gently to the right and back to the centre, and turn your head gently to the left and back to the centre. And then take your awareness to the roots of your hair and just relax the roots of your hair. Wonderful. Now we're going to move into the second part. We're relaxing our subtle body. So we're taking our awareness round to different parts of our body. So we're taking our awareness down to our right toes. And they are feeling soft and warm and relaxed. And that feeling is going up the front of our feet. It's going over the soles of our feet. And that warmth is in our ankle. So the whole of that right foot and right ankle is warm and soft. And take your awareness up your shin and your calf and into your knee of your right foot and leg. And those muscles are warm and soft, and you just feel you sinking back into the surface that you're on. And that awareness moves up to your thigh, the back of your leg, and into that right hip, and you just feel you sinking and sinking and sinking. And then take your awareness over to your left toes. Those toes are soft and warm and comfortable, and that feeling moves up the top of your foot. It moves onto the sole of your foot, your left ankle. That warmth is moving into your shin and your calf and your left knee, and it's sinking into the mat or the chair. Keep that awareness on your left leg, your thigh, the back of your leg, your left hip. You're sinking into the mat. Take your awareness onto your buttock muscles. They're not clenched, they're not holding any tension. They're just soft and warm, and you feel you're just flopping back into your mat. Take your awareness round to your tummy muscles. They're not clenched, they're just nice and relaxed. Now keep breathing and move that awareness up to your chest, and every time you breathe in, you're just breathing in that warmth and relaxation into your chest, up into your throat. And that awareness moves to your spine, from your tail. When you breathe in, all of your spine is warm and relaxed, sinking into the mat. Take your awareness to your arms and your hands, and wherever they are, they're sinking into the surface that they're in contact with. They're soft, like butter. And that beautiful feeling is moving into your shoulders, your neck, the whole of your face and the crown of your head. So the whole of your body is warm, soft, relaxed. I'm going to move into a point of stillness in a moment. And if your mind starts to become distracted, you might want to think, every time you breathe in, I breathe in peace. Breathing out, I let go. I breathe in peace. Breathing out, I let go. I want you to gradually just deepen your in and your out breath. And I want you to imagine that there is a beautiful, warm light, could be sunlight, could be moonlight, and that is shining on the crown of your head. And it's giving you a wonderful sense of vitality, re-energisation. And with every in-breath, you want to breathe that beautiful light into your body. So you're breathing it into your face. And the next in-breath, it's entering the back of your head. You feel it entering your throat and your neck and moving into your shoulders. And you breathe that light down from your right shoulder, down your right arm, all the way to the ends of the fingers on your right arm. So they're feeling re-energised. You're now breathing that beautiful light from your left shoulder all the way down your left arm to the ends of your fingers. On your next in-breath, you feel it reinvigorating your heart, your lungs, your blood that's circulating. You breathe it into your abdomen, or your abdominal organs are refreshed, into your pelvis, and then down from the back of your neck all the way down that amazing spine. It's worked hard today, it's had a rest, and it now feels ready for more action for the rest of the day. It's revitalised. Breathe that feeling into your pelvis, into your buttock muscles. Breathe it into your hips. And then slowly that beautiful revitalising light is going to go down your right thigh, your right knee, your calf, all the way to the ends of your toes of that right foot. And on your next in-breath, that beautiful reinvigorating light is going down your left hip, your left thigh, knee, shin, calf, all the way down to the ends of your toes of that left leg. So your whole body is now bathed in this beautiful light and you feel amazing. And very slowly I want you to just get yourself back to the room that you're in. Keep breathing deeply. Enjoy the last few moments of this relaxation. And then very gently I want you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you feel you want to stretch and yawn, do so. If you want to draw your knees into your chest if you're on your back, and move your knees from side to side, give yourself a nice lumbar massage. Wonderful. And then when you're ready, with your knees tucked in, just roll on to one side. Last couple of breaths. Brilliant. And then very, very, very slowly, keeping your eyes closed if possible, I want you to push yourself up And I want you to come into a seated position that's comfortable for you. You may need a cushion, you might want to sit on your blanket, you might want to have your legs stretched out. That's brilliant. And then I just want you to put your hands in the Anjali Mudra with your thumbs against your breastbone. I want to say thank you for the love and the peace of the practice of yoga. Thank you for the love and the peace within all of our hearts. And thank you for joining me today. So that was letting go with energy block release 2, the charity posture, eventually the Drew style breath, and a relaxation. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.